Alright guys, we have a problem. The cost to borrow fee on AMC is dropping. First it was at 40%, then it went down to 30%, and I said, okay, well, this is sketchy. It's something to pay attention to. And now today, December 6th, it is down to 26.6% with over 1 million shares available to borrow. And here is our main problem. Another tokenized stock is here. It is issued. It started trading on December 2nd, and it is all sell orders. You can see it down here. This is a brand new token, and they found another way to drop the price. Again, this was created back in June, and following the FTX collapse, the cost to borrow started to rise as they did not have the tokenized stock to drop the price anymore. If you guys haven't been keeping up, this allows market makers, hedge funds, anybody who's shorting the stock to short more shares, and the reason for that is because these shares are attached to the price of AMC, and what it does is it makes the brokers think that there are actually more shares out there that are available to borrow, and they say, okay, you guys can keep borrowing shares, that's fine, and it's not that risky because, you know, there's this many shares available to borrow, so it's just going to keep dropping the cost to borrow fee. This is a problem going forward. Not only that, but the day this was created was the day AMC had the limit up, limit down pause when it got halted to the upside. So this is just another very fucked up market manipulation tactic, a scheme. It's put out there. Will we be paid attention to? Probably not. But what is going on, guys? Lottery Stocks here. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Today we are going to be going over some AMC stuff, some research I've done for you, some DD, and then finally touching on the charts. All I ask in return is for you guys to just hit that subscribe button. It is free. Just hit it. Let's get into the video. Alright guys, so moving on from this, I wanted to cover this tweet that goes, just so you all know, Citadel is about to own Ledger X, and while Congress takes SBF and FTX to ask about what happened, the real fraud will continue unquestioned. To tie this all together, Sequoia and Paradigm invest $1.15 billion in Citadel. Sequoia and Paradigm invested in FTX. Ledger X is the only company in the FTX family that is spared bankruptcy. Sequoia and Paradigm each have liquidation preference on FTX. That preference can also be utilized to negotiate an acquisition of Ledger X. Oh, and Ledger X is looking for an acquirer. It also has significant derivative contracts that show up in swap market. Moving on, Singapore joins the payment for order flow ban that will come effective April of 2023. Shout out to Dave Lauer and shout out to We the Investors. However, touching on Dave Lauer for a second, this tweet is questionable to say the least. Robinhood announced a new product, an IRA retirement account, and they'll match 1% of your contributions. As a money-losing company, they're obviously doing this to be even more generous and not to try to induce you to actively trade your retirement funds to maximize payment for order flow revenue. Now, I don't know if he's being sarcastic, but there's just many ways this could go wrong. Robinhood is terrible. Robinhood issuing an IRA account that they're going to match you on with 1%. It's not a good thing in general, and I really hope he's being sarcastic. I know you guys, if you are going to open a retirement account, it's probably not going to be through Robinhood, and if you do, good luck to you. Let's move on. Apparently, Yahoo listed AMC and GameStop in Mark Cuban's portfolio. Not that he owned it, they just recommended it, tied to how Mark Cuban's portfolio is being traded. So this is something I just wanted to throw out there and add into the video. Touching on what's going on with some banks and institutions. Institutions outside the US are holding an estimated $65 trillion in missing dollar debt off their balance sheets through currency derivatives. It's all happening. It's all coming together, and it's all being exposed. Goldman Sachs plans to invest tens of millions of dollars in crypto companies following FTX collapse. They're trying to save the huge scheme that is going on. Crypto's doing bad, don't worry, banks are going to come in and save you. Brace for double-digit percentage drop to hit stocks, says Morgan Stanley, which is going to bring us over to the charts in a second. Just to remind you guys, we have CPI data coming out the 13th, which could move the market, and the rate hikes coming out the 14th, which is also most likely going to move the market. Now to touch on two things that involve war. North Korea issues emergency order to prepare military combat units at all levels, and Russian airfield near Ukraine border just got hit by a drone. Touching on that, the US stated that Russia has to pull all troops out of Ukraine. We'll see what goes on with that. And also North Korea claims that they have the most powerful nuclear force. Now guys, to touch on the charts, the S&P 500 is in this rising wedge. and it is really not looking good. It just broke out of it to the downside. This is a bearish signal in general, and we just got that confirmation. The SPY is down 1.41%, but it keeps touching this trend line and it getting rejected at this trend line, so that would have been an obvious spot to purchase puts. Ultimately, we're just gonna ride the SPY down and see where this goes. I'm sitting on my hands for now, but I'm watching to see if the SPY will hold 390, then 383, and by then the CPI data will probably come out and rate hikes will decide where the market will move. If CPI data comes out cold and the rate hikes are only increased by 0.5 basis points, then the SPY will probably have a rally that will close out the bear market, but we will see what goes forward. Now to touch on the AMC chart to close out the video, but if you guys haven't yet, just hit that like button. Okay, so we are on the 1 hour time frame, and you can see AMC is getting slaughtered, but again guys, this involves the tokenized security. This is exactly what they're doing. They're dropping the price drastically on AMC, and I'm gonna say it right now, yes, this can stop this point of interest where we want the run up to occur, where we're essentially supposed to get this big move. This can prevent that, and we're gonna see what we can do going forward. But just looking at the chart with the drawings in, this is something that you could see based off of the run up back in June. I think the play is still on, right? You could see a little bit of chop at this level, and that will still technically be a good sign. They dropped AMC quite a bit, but if we hang out around this level above 675 for a couple days and see a little bit of chop, you could see a move higher, but not with these tokenized securities being issued, guys. This is going to be able to suppress the price in unlimited amount, and it's just unfathomable to see that these can keep being created. But ultimately, this is what I got for you guys for today's video. I expect AMC to chop trade over here and essentially get that push, and hopefully we can see if we can do something about this. I'm going to tweet after this video. Make sure to just go share your voice everywhere so we can get this out to everybody. Touching on GameStop, the DRS amount actually dropped, which is pretty weird. It got almost to 60%, and now it's at 58.35 with 1.2 million shares available to borrow and a super low fee. This is just sketchy to say the least that the DRS shares actually dropped. That's what I got for you guys for today's video, but there is a new sponsor, and I know this sounds crazy, but you can literally get up to 20 free stocks, which can actually be a lot of money. Literally, even if they're $5, $10, $20 stocks, you can still make a decent amount of money to actually start maybe even a trading challenge on this. You can get up to 20 free stocks and a chance to win $60,000 if you use my link to sign up for Moomoo, make an account, and deposit at least penny into your account. Literally, it can be any amount. Make sure to go do that. It takes 5 minutes. These benefits are not going to last at much longer. Again, that will be linked down below and pinned in the top of comments. I love you all. Lottery Stocks out.